be Spooky Girl. And I want to say how y'all doing on this nice, beautiful, sunny Sunday in Ohio. So I wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about the the elections and some voting stuff and everything. And I noticed that the Democrats, they keep on saying and repeating and offering women's rights. Now, when they say women's rights, the word rights has an S, plural. So, but I just keep hearing abortion. One thing. I keep hearing one thing, abortion. They support women's rights. It's a play on words. But it's only one thing they're talking about. Okay? Now I want to say, I'm past childbirthing age. I've got kids and everything. But, I'm past that. And when I was, able to do that, I did not lay in bed at night, worrying and wondering about, am I going to be able to get an abortion if I get pregnant? I never did that. And I don't think women are doing that. You know what I'm saying? So when you say women's rights, when the Democrats say women's rights and they put that S on the end of rights, when they put that on there, what other rights are they talking about? Because what I lay in bed at night and worry about, because I have granddaughters, is males in my daughter's spaces, my grandkids' spaces, and in their sports. That's what I worry about. I don't lay in bed and worry about the right to have an abortion. Women ain't just stuck on that. You know what I'm saying? It's like Democrats is offering us that. That's what, when they say women's rights, what other rights are they talking about? Because women that's supporting this, all y'all women that's doing cartwheels and stuff and supporting this, it's okay. But you need to be clear on what rights they talking about. Don't just assume that they talking about removing males out of the women's sports and spaces. Don't just assume that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you need to hear them say it. I've only heard abortion. If there are other rights that the Democrats are, what else is labeled under women's rights they're talking about? Because it's not removing males out of women's spaces and sports. It's not that. You never hear them talk about that. Only thing that the word right is saying rights with an S, like it's more than one, but I'm only hearing abortion. So all you women, that's and any Democrat that you vote for is going to have the same policies. Let's talk about people changing their mind and everything. It's a lot of people that were supporting Biden that's changing their mind. It's a lot of people that are supporting Trump that's changing their mind and going over to Biden. And people can change their mind. You understand what I'm saying? But look at what's going on around you now. The only people that can't see it is people that are rich or well off. They don't see it because it's not affecting them. But I see eggs that's $5. I see a dozen of eggs at $4.69. You know what I'm saying? I put $20 in my car and the needle barely moved. Like, I see that. You get what I'm saying? The rich ain't seeing it because, it's not affecting them. What's going on now? Okay? This is all under Biden's watch and his policies, what's going on now. Right? Just look around you. Just look around you. People in Chicago had to stop sending their kids to school because the school buildings were being used to house migrants. Right? These illegal migrants are in New York. They're attacking the police and all kinds of stuff. They're using and taking up resources that should go to the residents, United States citizens. And then, you got some of them in here, committing crimes and stuff. Yeah, we had drugs already in the United States, of course. I won't even hold y'all on that. But of course they're bringing it in more now. And young females have been raped and killed, and there's all kinds of stuff that's going on. So we're talking about what's going on around you now that people don't want anymore. I don't want to go to the gas station and the gas pump has it's painted rainbow. I don't want to go buy a burger and my wrapper on my burger is rainbow. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want nobody in the schools teaching my kids that they may be in the wrong body. I don't want that. Or my grandkids. I don't want nobody teaching them that. Yeah, they took religion, they took Jesus out of the schools, and religious people went and sat down somewhere. They didn't throw riots and get mad and try to hurt people and all of that. You want to know about Jesus, go to church. They took it out of the schools and that was it. Christians went and sat down somewhere. They still practice, but they're not forcing it on nobody. Like this LGBTQ stuff is doing. Really? A hamburger wrapper? With a rainbow, paper on it? Like, the reason why people is going over to Trump is Trump is saying things that the Democrats are not saying. All this stuff that you see that you scared to speak on, you're going to talk with your vote. All this stuff that you don't like that you scared to speak on, you're going to speak with your vote. You get what I'm saying? This is the stuff that Trump is promising to get rid of. This LGBTQ stuff being taught in the schools. If they took Jesus out, then that shouldn't be in it. Period. It's a sexuality. It ain't got nothing to do with the civil rights movement, the slave movement. Nothing to do with it. Stop connecting it. We don't like it. Trump is promising to close those borders. Those immigrants is in here doing mean, nasty things. And they taking resources from people in the cities and states that the resources should be going to. Like, people don't want that. So when y'all vote for Democrat, ask them, do they plan on making any changes? If the Democrat wins, things gonna stay the same. Y'all want stuff to stay the same. The only people want that is the people that it's not affecting. Y'all poor people that's poor, that's working every day, you can't tell me you want stuff to stay like this. And you can't tell me that you don't understand that this is Democrat. These are Democrat policies. Like, y'all, Democrats keep on talking about how they're supporting women's rights with an S on the end of rights. What rights? Besides abortion. What about the other ones? We want the males out of our daughters' sports, out of our kids' sports. We don't want biological males in our female sports. Right? We want our spaces back. We don't want our daughters sharing bathrooms and locker rooms with boys. Like, is that included in the rights? Because we notice the rights has an S on the end of it. But we only hear Democrats speak on one, abortion. If it's other ones that I missed, then I apologize. But it's not the ones I'm speaking of. I don't lay in bed and worry about, can I be able to get an abortion if I get pregnant? Ain't no women laying in bed worrying about that. Because you can easily just use some protection too. It don't work all the time. You know what I'm saying? But just give it a try. No woman is laying in bed losing sleep about that. What we losing sleep about is people telling our kids that they may be in the wrong body in the schools. And our daughters having to play sports, lose their trophies and scholarships and places to biological males. That's what I lay in bed and worry about. I'm not worried about can I get an abortion or not. We're not just go buy some condoms. You know what I'm saying? They made it like that's the most important issue. And they just glassing over these males and female spaces. They glassing over that. They keep throwing that abortion out there. Abortion. We support abortion. You know, there's different situations where people have to do that. And, you know, people are faced with that. I'm not taking that away from nobody. I think it should be left up to the person that's dealing with the situation. You understand what I'm saying? But it takes a person with compassion to not like that. You understand? Some situations you just don't have a choice. You know? So I'm not picking sides with it, but I'm just saying you have to be compassionate. You know, it takes a compassionate person to not want struggle and suffering. You understand what I'm saying? So Trump is not taking our abortion rights away from us. You get what I'm saying? He's not saying we can get them up until we 9 months. You get what I'm saying? But women is not just worried about that one right. Like while y'all supporting these Democrats, they feeding us one right. The other rights that they may have, you know, if when they say we support women's rights, with an S, with a plural, what other rights are they talking about? I've only heard abortion. What other rights? Because I'm interested in the one about the males and the female sports and spaces. You know, our little girls share the bathrooms and locker rooms and stuff and all this stuff. And that's what I'm concerned about. Thank you for the abortion rights, Democrat. Thank you for that. But what about the other right? Like, let's talk about those other rights. What does that S? What does that S stand for? Women's rights. Y'all support women's rights. Does that include removing males out of female spaces in sports? Does that include that? You know, and you know, I was just thinking about that because it's kind of like they making it look like, you know, that's all women is worried about. That's all the Democrats, you know, what else is they offering us under women's rights? What else is under that? You get what I'm saying? And I'm just asking y'all women that's supporting, you know, Biden and his administration to look around you, look at Chicago, look at New York. I understand, you know, we got immigrants in cities and states that's not even sanctuary because there was so many of them. We got them in places that wasn't even sanctuary states. That's not fair. You know, so y'all need to ask the Democrats the important questions. Y'all leading with this abortion. You leading with that. Like it's more issues than that. Like this immigration, all these people in here, that need to be dealt with. What they gonna do about that? You already got the answer to it. Nothing. Because they the ones let them in. Trying to cheat and get votes. They also didn't vote or voted against citizenship you know, proof to vote. Because some people think that Democrats was cheating letting all them immigrants in. Yeah, them illegal immigrants, yeah. Trying to, you know, get votes. You know, because you have to be blind. If you are working, you know, struggling to look around you and not see these eggs and gas prices. You know, see what's going on in New York and Chicago. You got to be blind. Who do you think, who did that? Who do y'all think did that? Y'all can't blame that on Trump. You know, watches this now. You got the borders open, they coming in here, they hurting our kids, people that been unalived, little girls done been sexually assaulted and unalived. That's what these illegal immigrants are doing. And not only that, they taking resources from United States citizens. Cities that were already poor and struggling. Like, y'all don't see this? This is under Biden. You know, I watch those Congress meetings and all that stuff. I watch all that stuff. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't really go by a lot of the media stuff because they lie a lot. So I actually watch that stuff. You know, those Democrats voted against that voting citizenship. One of them stood up and said, because we already got that law. Well, then what's the problem? Because they was cheating. They was going to try to cheat. They cheated in 2022. Yeah, they did. They cheated with the help of COVID. They cheated. You know, it's not affecting people. I understand a lot of people is blinded by this because they're not the ones that it's affected. I do get, because I can't understand why people can't see this. Y'all women that's supporting this Democrat, Biden, Kamala Harris type stuff, please just do me a favor. Please. Just do me one favor and shut me up. Ask Kamala Harris, when she says she support women's rights, and she said, you know, because they're going to say abortion because that's all they've been saying. Ask her what else is attached to that. Does that mean, just ask. Does that mean, you know, and removing biological males out of female spaces in sports? Just ask her. Is that included? Because rights has a, you know, it has S on the end. You know, so you can say abortion right or abortion rights. And I would assume that it means more than just abortion. You know, that's all I'm saying. Nobody is saying, like y'all always try to spin it, you know, people don't want LGBTQ or trans people to do this. Ain't nobody never said that. You know, they was offered their own category. Nobody signed up. They've offered their own bathrooms and stuff. They say they don't want to use it because they're being discriminated against. They feel other. You know, it's becoming clear that they just want women's stuff. Nobody is saying for them to go into men's spaces. If they're trans and they're not comfortable with that, they're being offered their own spaces. They don't want it. They want women's spaces. They're not women. I know that's hard for some of y'all to understand and swallow. They're not real women. Why don't they want their own spaces? Why don't they want their own categories? So when all y'all women doing cartwheels and giving thanks for the abortion rights from the Democrats, that one right, ask about the other rights. I have some more rights that I need. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not at birthing age no more. I can't do that no more. You get what I'm saying? I'm older, so I can't do that anymore. So, you know. But if I could, thank you for you know, supporting those rights. Now, let's talk about some more rights. These males and female spaces in sports. I want to talk about those. Thank you, Democrats. Thank you for, you know, the abortion rights, you know, the right to unalive babies and stuff. Thank you for that. But, you know what I'm saying? I want to know what other rights can y'all offer us. Like, women ain't just laying in their beds worried about, oh, I wonder if I get pregnant, am I going to be able to get an abortion? Because a lot of them got sense enough to try to use protection first. You know, but for situations where that's not an option, like sexual assault and things, you know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do. But that's not what we lay in bed and worry about. Because you don't worry about and think about, you know, getting sexually assaulted. You know, it happens, but that's not on your mind. Like I wonder if I'm going to get sexually assaulted today, and then, will I be able to have a right to an abortion? You get what I'm saying? Like, we want males out of our sports, out of our daughters' sports, out of our spaces, out of our daughters' spaces. That's what we want. Add that to the ticket. Add that to that abortion ticket, Democrats, that I just keep hearing abortion. I keep hearing one thing. But they put rights with an S on the end, making it sound like they offering more than one. What's the other ones? Because I guarantee you, all the rights that they are talking about offering labeled under women's rights, it's not the one that's removing those males from biological sports and spaces. I bet you that's not in there. So all y'all women that's supporting this, just do me that favor. I'm just a little lady from Cleveland, Ohio. Could you please ask Kamala or the Democrats that keep saying they support women's rights, please ask them to define that. Rights, the word rights. Like, I need to know what else is with abortion. I get that, abortion. Thank you, Democrats. What else is with that? Because we want males out of our sports. We want that. Can they add that? You get what I'm saying? That's what we want. Nobody is laying in bed wondering about abortion. But we is laying in bed going, oh my God. My daughter is being forced to look at males' penises. Yeah. That's something that you worry about. Will she get assaulted in the bathroom or locker room? That's what women is worried about, even if they don't admit it. So stop making it like we are abortion crazed for abortion. And that's the only thing that y'all got, the only bone that y'all can throw to women, is that abortion ticket. We need more than that. We want males out of our sports and spaces. That's what we want. Throw that other bone out here. All right?